Maddie, we just watched The Exorcism.
Yeah.
I was really interested in this for the main reason the director Joshua Miller, his dad was Jason Miller, the actor who played Father Karras in the original Exorcist and the third Exorcist movie.
Yeah, it's an interesting
And he was also
link.
in the Ninth Configuration, which
Yes.
William Peter Blatty wrote, which is part of Exorcist 1, 3, and the Ninth Configuration is his Faith trilogy, which we've reviewed. You can check the link up in the corner and have a look at those reviews. We chatted about them. But now Joshua Miller has also started out as a child actor. He was in Near Dark, that vampire movie that came out around the same time as The Lost Boys.
Yes, with Bill Paxton.
Yeah. And in The Lost Boys was Jason Patric, who is his half-brother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know that.
And River's Edge with Keanu Reeves. Recently he co-wrote the Final Girls movie, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
But now this movie was made, the impetus is basically, his dad working on The Exorcist. So it's a movie about a movie being shot about a possession. But there were all these rumors about weird things happening on set of the original Exorcist and other movies, kind of branding them cursed films. So this taps into that. But I was expecting, I was expecting too much, I think.
Yes, I think that they were very brave, and I understand their whole concept with the way they wanted the whole concept of it's a film within a film kind of a deal.
And there is the aspect of Russell Crowe's character. He's an alcoholic, and he's sort of gone clean, and he's coming in to do this role, and so is he just falling back into his old bad habits, or is something strange happening?
Yeah. I mean, the whole theme for me was the fact that his inability to forgive himself, I think.
Yeah. And it is a father-daughter relationship. His daughter gets like a PA job on the movie that he's playing a priest, with this possession theme.
Yes.
Man, it feels like it came close to fulfilling what I wanted to fulfill.
Yeah.
And then it just fell short, and then it's hard to describe.
Yeah, Niles, what's the guy? Niles.
David Hyde Pierce.
Yeah, he was. I thought he was really good in his role.
He's like a
consultant,
a technical advisor, a priest kind of advising on the movie.
Yeah, he was very convincing in that role. Because you almost can't, when I hear his voice, it's like you can't see past the fact that he's Niles sometimes. But I thought he did a really good job. And the actors, the actors individually, they were very good actors.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever you try to do, I mean, this movie does have kind of a link to the original not a link as in.
Yeah, but I mean, you did say the original title was...
the original title was...
Georgetown.
A Georgetown Project, which I think is the title of the movie in the movie.
Yeah.
But the link to this, obviously, it's an external link. It's not like a sequel connection.
No.
But you can always, when there's a possession exorcism movie, the original Exorcist has set the bar for every single possession and exorcism movie. And whenever you watch a movie, you can't help but
compare,
measure it up to that.
And also, like the whole genre is spent.
Some people really like it.
Is spent.
I mean, this was one of our advanced screenings we did with Gravel Road Films. They're distributing in South Africa, so we got some of our Horrorfest folks to come fill up the cinema and watch it with us before the release. Which is on the 2nd of July 24. It's been for about a month in the rest of the world, so it's been a bit late. Usually everything gets released here at the same time, but this one got stalled a bit. But one of the guys who won tickets, he mentioned in a comment on our YouTube channel that he's a big fan, and there's still lots to do with the genre. So it depends. You know, we might think that what more can you do? But then there are people there who still like this subgenre, and they're still looking forward to see what can be done with it.
If you discover, if you're in your 20s and you discover the genre now, and you discover all of them, I guess it could be exciting to watch them all and compare. And I think it's a question of having been exposed to this genre and this specific movie since
The Exorcist The Exorcist is over half a century old.
Yes, as old as me.
So it's older than you.
It's older than me.
And so it's been around the block.
I remember the excitement when the director's cut came out. I think that was really the last time that I felt excited.
But also we know the movie, we've seen it, and you know it's good, you know what to expect. So I mean, I don't even think people try to outdo it when they do a movie in that theme.
Yes.
I don't even think they bother to try and outdo it. If they do, they're fools. But it's, this movie is more of a I wanted it to be more of a drama which is actually, it's not really a horror movie, but then there are bits that come in that, okay, it is what it is. You kind of think, are they going to take it in another direction?
Yes, but they don't.
Yeah, fortunately or unfortunately.
Look, I mean, the film was made well. The acting was good.
I found it too dark.
It was dark. It was too dark, but the house lights also felt too bright.
That's another thing. The house lights are bright, and there's always in South African cinemas with the emergency exits. They usually have it sort of underneath the screen, and then the light isn't. I mean, there's light beaming up from the exit sign. Anyway, that's the little basic technicalities of the cinema layout.
Yeah.
But for me, it just felt too dark. I don't know if it was shot dark or just graded too dark.
No, it was definitely. It felt like it was intentionally graded very dark.
Yeah. But it was,
and I think they tried to, because I don't want to give too much away, but it's almost like there's a lot. The dark, I think they felt that the dark would create suspense.
Yeah, it was just very different, because also in some spots, you don't know, are they not on the set or are they at the apartment?
Yeah, this is my big gripe.
It kind of jumped between.
Yes.
When you didn't.
It wasn't clear. This is my one big criticism. I've got two, but this is my one big criticism with the film, is the fact that I was never sure where they physically were.
Yeah.
On set or back at home at the apartment.
I mean,
in the trailer.
Maybe they did it intentionally, reality and the movie kind of blending.
That could be.
Also, was also wondering if it would be, they didn't play too much into, is this now real or fantasy or a dream or part of the movie. It just kind of,
And also, like, again, you don't have to stop. No, this guy in front of us.
No, there's a stop street.
No, but he didn't stop.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, it's probably a BMW.
I think it is.
Anyways, but the other thing that bothered me was the things the body gets put through, and then there's no
physical repercussions.
Physical repercussion, which is not. No, sorry.
But if it's a supernatural thing attached to it, then...
Yeah, but the body would still bruise.
Yeah, but the demon bypasses that.
I guess you can. Guess you can Hollywood it that way.
Exactly. If that's what's in there, then kind of the regular rules of physics get thrown out the window.
Also interesting, the demon was Moloch. Because it's very similar. It
sounded like Moloch.
It sounded similar to what the demon that the Nun films.
No, that's Valak.
That's Valak. Okay.
Moloch, I think, is a demon that's mentioned in Metropolis. And I think he's like a devourer of children or something. Like that. So the father-daughter relationship.
Yeah. And then there's also obviously the dynamic with the being an altar boy, and everyone knows the scandals in the Catholic Church. And
He's got his own cliche demons, but and just personal struggles and things that is pent up and
guilt,
sitting in his psyche
of
and
guilt
for various things.
Yeah, I mean, I think
wife
in that regard,
child.
I guess it was deep. It wasn't a superficial script or anything. I think I have to unfortunately agree with the one review that I saw that said that everything was great, the execution just didn't come together, and I actually have to agree with that.
But then compared to, apparently, I think this was actually made before the Pope's Exorcist, which Russell Crowe was also in.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone thinks it's weird, like so close together, two exorcism movies. But you know, if it was other one, and this movie was called The Georgetown Project, obviously it's got an exorcism theme.
Yeah.
But the Pope's Exorcist didn't do it for me.
No, not at all.
And I think that's based very loosely on Father Amorth, which the original director of the original Exorcist, William Friedkin, he made this little documentary on this priest, who I think is also
like the sort of the goat
kind of
demon slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that little documentary, they just went a bit too far with faking shit, and it didn't work for me. But Pope's Exorcist, kid with a pitch-shifted voice sitting in the bed swearing at people, again, you fall back on the original Exorcist, and if it's just the same old, or they're just trying to do it in a different way but fail, it's why did they bother? Like I say, I wanted this movie to be much better and more deep than
what it was.
Yeah.
There was no scares on the scarometer.
Yeah, we haven't had the Sonia scarometer up for quite some time because there hasn't been any. There was like a few kind of jump scare attempts, but that didn't hit.
It failed.
There were lots and lots of lights going out and coming on.
Oh my word, yeah.
A bit too much, actually.
Yeah.
And then you know that they're going to obviously put in a bit that, when the light comes on, there's going to be something that's supposed to give you a script, but then you expect it.
I think a few missed opportunities, but people can watch and decide for themselves.
Yeah.
What would you score the film?
Oh man, I can't go more than a 6.
Oh, that's generous.
Is it? Okay.
I wanted to give it like a 4.
Okay, well then an average 5.
Yeah.
So it's straight down the middle. You know, you can't win them all, but it's not a win, but it's not a loss either.
Yeah, I think also never wear a denim, a leather jacket when you're going to sit on a leather seat.
Squeak, squawk, squeak. Sonia was quite noisy.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, whoever sat in front of
No,
next
but
to her.
the person next to me was running commentary. So
she was yeah, but I'm sure she enjoyed it more than that because she was really living herself into it.
She was into it, yeah.
She was experiencing every hectic sequence.
I know, she was definitely.
And also something about the movie, obviously, little things like William Friedkin, the original Exorcist director, kind of did stuff to not agitate to aggravate, but to kind of get a extreme reaction from the actors. And this director also does a few things that kind of to sort of
trigger,
coax the actor into
to get a authentic performance out of him. Who's the guy that played the director?
I think it's Adam Goldberg. It's not Adam Goldberg. I think it's Goldberg. I think he was in Saving Private Ryan, and he was the weird roommate in Friends. When the one guy moved out, I can't remember who moved out.
So Chandler moved out, and then Joey moved out, and then
I cannot remember who it was, which one moved out. But then he moved in, and he was the weird guy. We've reviewed quite a few Exorcist-related movies, including the original one, the second one, The Heretic, which everyone hates, but we actually found it different and cool.
Loved it.
James Earl Jones in it, And the third one, which we mentioned, which also has Jason Miller in it, and Brad Dourif and George C. Scott, and we reviewed the series, the TV series. With the first season was very good.
Yeah.
Second season less so.
Yeah.
And the Ninth Configuration. Yeah, we've got playlists with possession movies and.
Yeah, no, we've been through
You can check those out.
Yeah.
And if you liked this, please subscribe.
Yeah, and leave a comment.
And leave a like and a thumbs up and all those little...
Even if you think it sucked, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we never want to tell people not to go watch a movie, so go watch this. I mean, you might enjoy this far more than we did.
Yeah, and let us know what you thought. It's always
Yeah.
interesting to know what people actually thought about the film.
Drop a comment, or tell us if you don't want to see it, why not, and if you why are you looking forward to it. I mean, we didn't give away too much. We never do too many spoilers, but we try not to.
Yes.
What's the point? We want people to enjoy movies.
One more thing, that actually the one thing that I hate that they do in this kind of movie, the bone cracking thing.
Oh, yeah.
They actually did it justice, I think, for
But
once.
But they did it. We call it the broccoli
The broccoli snapping.
the broccoli and celery snapping.
But it was actually quite disturbing. Yeah, it was good.
But also with moments like that, it is also a case of the people around, the reaction of, like the cast and the crew around, and there's something weird going on. It sort of just feels like, what is someone going to do something? Everyone's sort of standing, looking, gasping.
Again, the body. The guy should go away to the friggin' ICU on a stretcher in an ambulance.
Yeah, or the chiropractor should be called the on-set masseuse.
But yeah.
Anyway, but we didn't hate it, but we didn't love it.
No.
But those are the movies I hate the most, because I really want to enjoy movies to the full and not dislike it. But sometimes, man, it was also a disappointment that I didn't like it, was Jeepers Creepers Reborn, because it was made by the director who did the Iron Sky movies. So I was really looking forward to see what he's going to do, and they just didn't have the budget for it.
Yes.
And it just didn't, and we haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, it was so bad.
I don't like doing that. I cannot get it over I can't get over not finishing a movie, and if I don't, then I'm like, oh man, then I obviously didn't enjoy it. So we tried, but yeah, I didn't get a feeling that I don't want to watch the rest of this movie. I was waiting to see where it's going and what they're going to do with it. They could have how do you end a movie like this?
No, it's the only thing they could. Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want to say, because you might think it while you're watching it, and then I spoil it for you, so I'm not saying anything.
No, don't. We're rambling anyways.
As we do.
Yes.
Well, we'll see you at the next one, and if you go watch this, we hope you enjoy it.
Yes.
Ciao.
Bye.